was make these gourmet raw foods, things that replicated foods that I used to eat.
You thought you needed to do that?
I thought for some silly reason that's what eating raw was making these foods that replicated foods
it's
that
cool
I used
to know. Like,
but
I've done
it's
that.
good to know, and it's good once in a while if you're entertaining people.
Right,
You know,
but
it's
on your
kinda
day to
fun.
day,
But day to day,
simple.
the simple few combinations, just the healthiest, freshest foods, and you get some good flavor. You are so nourished that you don't need. You just
because
don't
everything
think about
cancels.
that other.
When you mix too many of the foods, all the different enzymes that are in the mouth, or like when I just drink orange juice, I just drink orange juice. I don't make like orange juice and strawberries and bananas and nuts and make a smoothie like that, because then it's like. I just drink some orange juice with some Puricleanse in it, and that's cool. Simple.
Okay, so last night we had a
That was
nori roll.
legit.
We had a romaine lettuce leaf. We had like a coleslaw with
Shredded carrots and
cabbage, avocado on top of that, and pumpkin seed oil with lemon in it. It was so delicious. When I'm eating, I close my eyes because I feel like I'm in heaven. I mean, it's the most heavenly way to eat, and I just love and appreciate so much.
We got to go on a campaign and get this out there.
We got to go on a campaign.
Lose a pound a day campaign coming up.
Detox and get healthy.
Yeah. And I'm also really into the beauty, but I'm also into the regeneration of the brain and nerves, which I'm only in the middle of that right now. Because that was basically what I'm saying, is that constant pain.
Right.
Pain. It really wreaks havoc,
It does.
And you carry on with it till you can get what you need to heal. So the raw food thing, I mean, that's what the title of this video is going to be. I think I have the title. It's Amazing Raw Food Transformation.
Right.
Which is for both of us, because I'm still, to this very day, benefiting from the way that I eat 15 years later.
I feel like I'm 35.
Yeah, I'm skinny as hell, but
I do. Within just a short amount of time, my body, my mind, everything in me,
within 2 months.
Within 2 months, I feel like I'm 35. And I keep looking in the mirror, saying to myself, in 6 years, I'm going to be 70. I can't believe it. It's so awesome.
Well, I think you should let me do my magic and just bring you down and reverse your age, and you could be that shining light for the raw food. I mean, you can get the color back in your hair. You can make the wrinkles, fill the wrinkles in. I mean, there's levels to this that.
Well, what I have is a little bit of brown spots on my face like people get when they're older.
Liver.
Yeah, and so that,
Dandelions.
it's the dandelions.
You know it too. That's what you should be doing every day. And I love the dandelions too. They're just one of the greatest medicines of all time. And there's so many other things that need to be taught that the people don't even know. The chlorophyll and the minerals, and so that we got a lot of work to do. We're gonna do it. And this video here was just, I mean, I'm so glad to be hanging out with you. Basically, if you're still here, we got love for you, because we just hang out and it's like flow. There's no bull crap. Like so many relationships, it's like, it just doesn't flow all the time,
Right. He
For
calls
some
me
reason.
the no drama mama. I love that.
Well, there was that one thing, like I made a video a while back, and I said, I talked about me filling the donut hole in your heart.
Right.
And all these people were like, oh, you're such an egotistical Dan McDonald. You think you're just going to fill the hole in her heart from her son that passed away. And it was like, she's the one that said it, not me. As she walked out the door, you just turned around, I think, and you said, that hole in my heart, it's filled now.
It's filled, and it's filled, and it's still filled.
So she just adopted me, and I'm just like, what am I going to do? I'd be an idiot to not, accept unconditional nurturing. Because most of your kids are up and grown, and you've still got one at home who's actually your granddaughter.
Right.
But you've just got that nurturing energy that when you're just around, I can just feel it, and I feel safe.
Well, that's what I always loved to do. Because I had 5 children, and I loved being a mom. I loved being home. I had no desire for a career. I just wanted to be a mom and love my kids and make food, entertain people, and do some artwork. And I was blessed that I could do that for so many years.
You just wanted to be a mom.
I just wanted to be a mom.
Now, you wouldn't know what to do with yourself.
Yeah.
You got to find little cases like me to fix. But no, but it comes along at the right time when you need, because it's a deeper healing to
Right.
have that nurturing, divine feminine mother energy that I never had it. So what do? You run around like a chicken with your head cut off, avoiding the pain in your heart. That's what I've done all these years, and I'm finally starting to settle down. So the kids are coming down. I hope they don't see this video. They probably won't. But we're gonna look at some places, and I'm trying to get grounded near my kids, get them close to me down here in Ashland. They probably will not see this video, so it's a surprise. They're coming down in a few days to take a look, and it's probably could get a house here cheaper than what I pay for their 3-bedroom apartment there. And if I could get grounded here, then I can, because there's a lot of work in LA with Lou that we'll be doing, and we'll be going all over the place.
Right.
Doing stuff to help people because it's really fun. And I mean, believe it or not, this is just it's a great video, and I hope you're enjoying it. But for me, it's like I never really even believed in what I was doing. I mean, I knew what it did for me, but I didn't know that anybody would really make a big deal out of it. Even though I've heard so many stories, it's just common sense to me. You drink carrot juice and apple juice and the green juices, and the weight just falls off. But it didn't ever feel like what I was doing was that important, which is probably a good thing. But it really is important. Like, I've had so much praise. I'll go to these seminars, and there'll be 30 people just sitting there just staring at me going, my whole life changed because of your videos, dude. And it doesn't really sink in. And maybe that's a good thing, because there's some type of humility here, although there was an ego more so in the beginning of I'm famous and all this, but that was just to cover up. So it wasn't really a real thing. It was more like I was just trying to pump myself up to give myself a false sense of. So now what you're getting is more of a genuineness. So when we do the classes and stuff, there's still that excitement after all these years about the raw foods. But not only that, but just so many other levels of deep healing. It's about wholeness. So everybody eats, and there's no human organism that doesn't benefit from the electrical bioavailability of the, frequencies of those living foods with the living waters and the living minerals. But you can't just stop there. And I never did, but I'm just saying I mastered that part of life because that was just a simple foundation. And then since then I've been doing deep work. And that's why it's like 15 years later on Raw Foods, and you're still doing the work. You're 40 years young and you're still doing the work. And I'm like, I'll probably be doing it till the day I die. And the work is that journey inwards and that narrow road, the razor's edge, the narrow path that it's not black and white. You don't get to just pick black or white and make these decisions that are so. You always have to be right there with life as it is. And there is no break. That's what I used to think. I'll get to the end and then everything will be fine. Well, it never did do that. There was just, here I am. Whether it's a pile of dog do or a big pile of money and health and happiness. I mean, you have to be there with life. And it takes a lot of courage to do that, to really show up in your own life. And accept it as it is. And all the wise sages know that the truth is that when you are no longer swayed internally by neither gain nor loss. We all see gain. I gained money, I gained a mate, I gained fame, I gained recognition, whatever. I gained weight. But
yeah.
And then if you gain, you have to lose. So if rich people know, okay, I just won I just made 30 million, and then the next day I lost 20. But then, and so it's just a game that you play. And if you really can find yourself, now this is theoretical and philosophical at this point, but I think my intuition tells me that once you find yourself, your infinite self, it's a lot easier to play in the world and not take it so seriously, because identity isn't within the money. The identity isn't within the title. The identity isn't within the relationship. The identity isn't within the body. Like, oh, I'm fat, so I'm no good. I mean, it's like, so what? You're a little bit bigger. It doesn't mean that essence isn't there, that you can't love, and that your value is that source. And it's the same thing as everybody else. And once you have that, you'll find that peace, and you'll be able to be that peace, that solid pleasantness for the world. But as long as we identify with the ups and downs and the content,
Right.
then we'll always be on a roller coaster of happy and unhappy.
Yep.
So.
Well, I would like to say to everybody out there that if you are listening to this and you feel like, I didn't really have what I needed growing up as a child, I'd love to have somebody in my life. Ask that God brings somebody to mentor, nourish, and love you, because He will. Because whatsoever you ask, it shall be given unto you.
What I'd like to add to that, since I've been really researching the power, is to anticipate it, expect it.
Right.
It's already there. You already have it. It's already made up. You just got to be like, awesome. I am so stoked.
Open your heart
about this person that's going to come and mentor me, or the business partner that's going to balance me out.
Right.
Or the mate that's going to love me the way I've always wanted to be loved, or the mom that's going to help me to deal with my childhood abandonment issues. And you get anticipated, get excited. You already have it. Be in that place. It's not like you're going to get something and then be happy. It's like you're going to be happy and then you're going to get what you want. So getting more tapped into that inner self, which is joy and peace, and it doesn't sweat the small stuff. You know what I mean? And then the more joy in the heart and bliss, then the mind, then you hold those little pictures in your mind of what you want, and then it just faster. The more joy you have, the faster those things manifest, because the heart is the magnetizer, the amplifier of the vision.
It is. It's a magnet. It draws to you.
And it exudates as well.
Yeah, it does. And for the last 3 years, I've been praying for certain things, and on so many levels, you are the answer to my prayer. It's beautiful. And I'm so excited. And we haven't even had a chance to talk about all of that, but we will, because we have so many things to talk about.
Excellent.
And there's so many stories and so much about you that I want to know and I want to hear about. And so it's a relationship that just grows and grows and grows. And what is more beautiful than having an intimate relationship where you're not threatened, no one's above anyone else, you're on equal ground, and you're just giving and receiving and loving equally back and forth. And I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, we're gonna have some.
We're gonna have some good food.
That was a good video, and I hope that the transmission, there's a purity here and an essence that's just got to be coming through to those who are receptive to it. And I'm glad to be here. I am a different person than I was when I started this journey. I might not be the long-haired hippie guy in front of the RV, but I've learned a lot. And if we're interested in real transformation, the excitement there about the raw foods is still there, but it's not going to come without... There is certain things, but you have to go through it. If you're going to be detoxing those emotions that go along with all the excess weight and everything, you're just going to have to do that.
Right.
Whether that's getting counseling or whatever it is, writing, journaling, walking, however you manage to deal with all the other stuff, and it's just layers of the onion, baby.
Right.
And to be like a public figure, it's like I've been hella dysfunctional because everything's been coming up to look at. And just wow, in the beginning I had it all just covered over. You know, I had these amazing defense mechanisms, but authenticity is more effortless. Like
Yeah.
this is an effortless video, whereas so many times before I thought I had to buck up and especially after it turned into a business. But it's just like that because I couldn't wash windows anymore. I didn't want to do it. I couldn't wash windows and put my heart and soul into the YouTube, you know. So I decided to go for it, and then I built a business around it, and then it got kind of like, whoa, I got to actually think. Because before I would turn it on, like, what's up, damn dog, you know, and I didn't. But then it was like, Ricky would tell me, okay, you need to say this, 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 and it was like, oh God, selling stuff. You know, I know they're going to throw tomatoes at me. And I had to get over the fear of all that, and still, you never really get over the fear because you know that people have their trip with money, and they're like, oh, if you were really this or that, you give it all away for free, but it's like, well, that doesn't put the roof over my kid's head, so the reality.
Yeah, and where do you get the money to give it away for free?
Plus, abundance is our right, and you really shouldn't. When people pay for something, it actually gives them, that really means they value it. They're going to put effort into a product that's purchased as opposed to giving it away for free. So when you pay to go to a retreat for 7 days, if you pay $2,500, I bet your ass is going to pay attention and listen. But if you just get to go for free, you're like, oh, I'll just sleep in, or I'll skip the yoga, or I'm just going to go get a cheeseburger and because I'm feeling kind of weird, and this juicing thing is not good, you know, and then you just drive off site and get a cheeseburger, come back, hey, you know. But if you invest, then you will be, you know, focused. So that's the thing about, you want to give people a chance to pay, and you want to have different price points, but I don't even know where the heck I'm going with all this, but there's so much truth that I've discovered, and I will probably more than likely continue to make these videos. But I definitely want to, if I can be of service, then I will. If my team of people says, get out there, the world needs you, I'll go, okay, and I'll go out there and I'll do it, because I do believe that the raw foods can make a huge difference. I mean, it's more profound than most people realize. When every bite of food goes into your mouth, has its bioluminescence instead of that fragmented, cooked,
Right.
destructured, disharmonious,
Right.
no oxygen, no living water, no minerals, no enzymes. I mean,
So keep on the raw.
word. That was what
And-
this video was about.
Keep on the raw and find the love in your heart. Find God in your heart. Find the love and love others and share the love. Share the love. Share the nourishment, the compassion, the grace, the peace.
So we had the amazing transformative effects of raw living foods. So more mental clarity. Sleep apnea is cured.
Cured.
Okay, sleep apnea cured. Can we say that word? Sleep apnea eliminated.
Eliminated. Eliminated. No more sleep
What happened to
apnea.
Dan McDonald?
I need less sleep.
Yeah.
I am so, and you know, I think
Less sleep.
part of the reason for that is I'm so excited about life. This is the best part of my life. I'm living life to the fullest now. And I'm 64 years old, and it's the best and the happiest time of my life.
Word. Amen. Baby.
And I don't want to sleep. I want to get up and go for it. Even when I don't get sleep, I got to get out of bed and keep going because there's great things happening.
Yes, that's right. So see how that's spry. The raw food makes you young in your mind.
It does.
It gives you that energy. But
Yeah,
you've got coffee and donuts.
You know, kids, they just get up early and they're ready to go because they're excited about life.
Field trip day is what I call it. The field trip energy.
Right.
Remember those days? We got a field trip. We're going to the museum. We're going to the aquarium. You know, you're like, yeah, you can't wait to go to school on those days. But on the other days that there's no field trip, you're like, oh God, another day at school. Sucks. Anyways, that was me. Digestive issues. eliminated pain and bloating, eliminated through simplicity. So get the DTM recipes on the website, regenerateyourlife.org, and it's all designed intelligently. Urinary tract, alkalinized, so the muscles are more, and the minerals are going to allow you to have better muscle control.
Right.
Bladder function, better emotions are more stable. That's definitely one of the stronger
That's
suits.
huge, because I'm raising a 16-year-old granddaughter.
And what's funny, and what I've noticed, and I think we talked about this last night, your relationships are more harmonious, and then now look at what's happening to her. She's coming out of a dark.
She's coming out of a funk
because your vibration,
because of my
see what I'm
vibration.
saying? So the whole thing is just like that. And
Yeah,
then, so
it
don't even
does.
say nothing to
It
your
affects
people.
it affects the people around you.
You don't
And
need to
you
say
know what?
nothing.
I have to tell this little story. Today I was getting gas and I was eating a banana, and on the back of my car it says support organic agriculture.
Uh-huh.
And the guy putting the gas in my car comes up and he sees me eating the banana. He goes, "Is that an organic banana?" And I said, "Of course it's an organic banana." And he goes, "Wow, good." He goes, "You eat all organic?" And I said, "All organic." And I said, "And all raw too." And he goes, "All raw?" He goes, "You eat all raw?" And I said, "Yeah, you eat all raw, you get all the enzymes and the minerals and the vitamins, and you become healthy." And he backs up and he comes forward and he says, "I am so inspired. I am so inspired by you. I can't believe this." And I thought, wow, that's great. This, his inspiration is rubbing off on me and coming through me and touching other people, because that's how it is with you. Is you talk to people and they are inspired and they just go raw and they want to be healthy. And so let's just keep spreading the good news. Transmission.
The transmission of the Purusha, or the knowledge of the teacher. Overall feeling of well-being, of course.
Oh, that's a wonderful feeling.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's a wonderful feeling.
Loving and nurturing myself and others. So keep your eyes peeled for the food class in Medford.
Yeah, we haven't told them about that.
No, we won't, but we
Okay.
just keep your eyes peeled for that. I'll send something to the Insiders Club and the YouTube here. But this, for now, I'm going to put a link down below for the April 14th free seminar with Dan McDonald and Lou Corona. The last time was knocked it out of the park. Everybody was so stoked. The people that put it on were just stoked, and everybody was just stoked. They were like, wow, that was awesome. Because Lou and I have a great synergy. It's a balanced thing that happens there. And then on April 19th, there's a food class and a workshop. So in other words, the food class is just really like the practicalities, and Lou's going to run half of it, half Lou recipes, half DTM recipes. And then we're going to do a workshop which teaches you about the 4 principles and more in depth on the enzyme and probiotic concept, which is going to be sweeping the nation very soon, which is why I'm at the head of the pack, baby, because it's going to be real nice. Because once people find out about the anti-inflammatory effects of the enzymes, as well as the beneficial effects of the probiotics on autism and bloating and gas and digestive issues and candida and everything else, then everyone's going to want to get the best probiotics in the world, according to Mike Adams, the Health Ranger. The most purest probiotics on the market, Puridyne. That's cool stuff. I'll be making a video about that soon. And the best enzymes in the world too, the most concentrated for your money, because that's what Lou and the team and the crew over there wanted to do. They really do care. This isn't watered down junk. I've eaten these enzymes and I've had the massive experience with them, and just some more tools to use. So anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with us. That was an hour. I know there's some DTM fans that are stoked about that because they put it on in the background and just, do the house cleaning. And so yeah, cool stuff. Check the links down below for the information and sign up because they sold out last time and it'll sell out again. So get on it today, baby. We're out of here.